Hey, friendo, Steve here. This is totally like a weird stalking movie review thing because I'm in the parking lot at Marie Callender's. I'm waiting for Lacey to show up so we can have some dinner. So I figure what better way to do a movie review than in a parking lot while I'm waiting for my wife to show up for dinner. Earlier today, I went to go see Star Wars. I went by myself. I went at 10:30 in the morning because I didn't have anybody else to go see it with. Most of my friends went to go see, like Larson is going to see it tonight. It's Friday. Most of my friends went to go. Our other friends went to go see it last night. I don't like doing fully crowded movie theaters with a bunch of people in there and everybody's hooping and hollering. There's always one idiot who's always trying to make comments. I don't like doing that. So I figured it's Friday. It's 10:30 in the morning. Nobody's going to be trying to go to a movie at 10:30 in the morning because everybody works. Luckily, Friday is usually a day that me and Larson just sort of stay home. He stays home, I stay home. We do some editing. So I kind of have flexible hours. I can do what I want. So I went to go see it, and sure enough, it was awesome. The viewing experience was great. The theater was maybe half full, if that, probably like closer to a third. There was only one guy behind me. He was totally chill. Everybody was laughing at the appropriate moments, and nobody was too obnoxious. It was good. It was awesome. I had a big bucket of popcorn. It was fantastic. And then, so yeah, I didn't have any candy. But anyways, I'm not gonna this is gonna have spoilers in it. I'm gonna mention spoilers. I'm gonna give you, but I'm not gonna go like plot for plot point. I didn't write things down. This isn't like a freaking synopsis. So anyways, what did I think of the movie in general? Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I should probably mention that's the movie I'm gonna be talking about today. Is that her? I should probably mention that's the movie I'm gonna be talking about today. Oh, it's my wife. Hi, Lacey. Let's see if she wants to get involved in movie review too.
Videotaping?
I was waiting for you, but
Patiently waiting?
I was doing my Star Wars movie review because you weren't here yet, but I just got started. I'll pick this up later. Okay, so it's like 2 days later. I'm picking back up my Star Wars review. It's gonna be fairly quick, I think, because a lot of people are talking about it right now, and it's weird that there is this once something comes out, everybody thinks that it should be one thing, it should be what they want it to be, and then other people just praise it blindly. And when anybody asks me, "Hey, Steve, what do you think about Star Wars?" I think this. I think that it's a really fun movie with a couple of really, really cool mark out moments, but it's not a great flick. It's oddly, it's not all as stylized as I thought it was going to be. Rian Johnson did Looper, he did Brick, and he did something else between those, I think. And they were very stylized movies. And I seem to remember Brick being really, really well paced. And Looper, as much as I actually love Looper, it's like 2/3 of a great movie, and then 1/3 of a movie that just kind of goes off the rails and doesn't understand or doesn't seem to really have a firm grasp as to what it is. I feel like it was a really, really good idea that he had no idea how to resolve. And this maybe I'm just projecting, I don't know. But I feel like the whole telekinesis thing at the end was just kind of thrown in to have an ending. And so Star Wars, maybe I shouldn't have expected something as sort of tight as I thought it would be, because the movie had a really, really odd pace to it. It sort of just ambled from one spot to the next spot to the next spot, and that's kind of an abstract way of looking at things. But it's not. I mean, it's really not a great movie, but it is a very fun one, and it is a good one. And I think it adds a lot, like a ton, to the Star Wars mythos. Especially when Luke is giving his thoughts to Rey about what the Force is, what it means, what it represents, how it works. I thought all that stuff was handled way better than George Lucas tried to handle it with the prequels, when what's-his-face was talking about midi-chlorians and stuff like that, which was just terrible and totally not the way you should go. So I thought there were some really, really cool, like really, really fun moments. I thought the movie really progressed the franchise in a really fun way. I thought all the stuff, everything, every frame that Adam Driver was in, that Kylo Ren was in, I thought was great. That dude brings such an energy and such an intensity to the movie, to the franchise, that is just absolutely unreal. I think it's great. I thought Rey was the same way. I liked Finn, although I thought a lot of his stuff was kind of not really sure. Needed like that whole casino stuff, all that whole sequence where it was just a big mission that was just a failure in the first place. Like that, they never actually needed to do that. Benicio del Toro's character was kind of weird. So there was some stuff that just sort of felt like a little bit off. I didn't think that they needed to do like a romancing with Finn and Rose. I kind of prefer if they didn't do that, but I mean, it was cute, I guess. They seem like they'd have friend chemistry and not like, oh, look at them, their romantic chemistry. And that's just how I feel. Some of my bigger mark out moments. I'm going to get really spoilery here. So if you haven't seen the movie, please save. These are moments that really should be saved for you watching the movie for the first time. I really loved the lightsaber scene with Kylo and Rey against all of Snoke's people. I thought that was a lot of fun. I thought that last bit where he just like turned it on into the dude's head was awesome. I thought the bit where Laura Dern's character turns the cruiser around at the Star Destroyer and went into light speed and went through it. I thought that was expertly done. I thought it was really, really cool. I mean, I actually really kind of liked the goofier stuff with Finn, like when they were riding around on those little big dog things. I really liked all the creatures in this. All the creatures were great. They weren't like too obnoxious like the Porgs were, whatever. But I really liked the little crystal creature things at the end, and I really loved the racing dog giant things. They were awesome. I thought they were like super cute. Some of the things that I was sort of, one thing I really liked was the fact that Rey didn't have her parents or like nobodies. I loved it. I loved when Kylo Ren explained that to her when he said, "Your parents are nobody." He said they're a bunch of what did he say, something like drunken nobodies, and they mean nothing to this story. That I thought was great when he said they or you, I forget which one it was, mean nothing to this story. I mean, it was kind of a literal interpretation of what they were getting at, but I thought it worked absolutely perfectly. I thought it was really great. All the stuff between him and her, I thought was really good. Luke was fantastic. Mark Hamill was great. You could tell that he absolutely loved being Luke again. His interaction with R2, his interactions with Rey, his interaction, just the little wink to C-3PO I was marking out big time for. So everything Luke I thought was really, really good. One problem that I had, it's not a major problem, but I did kind of feel like they should have given Snoke a background. A lot of fans sort of, crowing about this too. Honestly, because it's the kind of thing that could have been done in 5 minutes. Because Snoke seemed to be the kind of character who was around in some capacity for the original trilogy. And so I kind of feel like, yeah, we should have gotten his backstory. He should have been some character of meaning. And I kind of feel like he should have lasted past this movie. But when Kylo Ren killed him, it was a cool moment. It was really neatly done. It was well executed. But yeah, I kind of feel like he should have had a background. I just think it would have, I know Rian Johnson in the writer-director in interviews, he was saying that Snoke is sort of just there to serve the story. But I think 5 minutes of, oh, it's that guy, okay, would have made some sense. It would have been like, oh, okay, cool, it's that guy. I kind of remember him, even if he was just had some very, very small tangential, I was, the long-lost apprentice to Palpatine, or I've just never been seen in the original. Something would have been like, oh, okay, cool, it's that guy. Okay, so that's his relationship. But we didn't get that, and I kind of feel like Snoke was this big, like, oh, who's this guy? And then it just was nobody. So I kind of feel like that sort of a thread that it would be nice at the very least to get like a comic book, like a 5-issue comic book series, just on who the hell this guy is. I know the comic book series these days are canon, so that would have been cool. Trying to think of other thoughts I had about the movie. I mean, where it would rank in my, personal pantheon. I think everybody knows that Empire Strikes Back is the best. I think Empire Strikes Back is the one actually great movie of the entire trilogy, or the entire franchise. After that, I'd probably go with the original, and then after that, probably Return of the Jedi, and then Force Awakens, then probably Rogue One, and then the crap prequels. I don't really rate those at all. So I don't know. I'd probably put this after. I'd probably say it's the original trilogy, like Empire Strikes Back, and then probably Star Wars, the original one, and then Return of the Jedi. Then I'd probably actually put this next. I'd probably put it above Force Awakens. Force Awakens, I think it was a more complete movie, but it was just kind of a rehash of the original Star Wars, and I liked more of the depth that they gave to this one. Oh, I liked Yoda too. I thought Yoda was cool. That whole bit was great. I just kind of wish that we got Obi-Wan. I wish that we got that. I was even okay with Luke's death. I was fine with that because it was just kind of obvious that okay, he took a lot of it took a lot. It took everything he had to force project himself to where to the final battle with him and Kylo Ren. Oh, I loved Hux too. I love that whole first bit with him and Poe when Poe was talking crap about him. I wasn't huge on the rest of Poe Dameron. I actually really loved him in the first one, and this one he kind of came off as a prick. I don't know why he'd commit mutiny. That was kind of dark. But I'm trying to think of other things. I don't know. I mean, I liked so much of it. It just felt a bit on the clunky side in terms of the pacing, and I didn't really expect that. But that being said, it was a movie that I never wanted to see end because I really loved all the characters for the most part. And I don't know, it was a lot of fun. So that's my take on Star Wars. Oh, one more thing. I totally forgot to mention this, and I meant to do it. But the bit where Luke squeezes the alien titties and drinks the milk out of it is like the best scene in all all of Star Wars. This is the great. That's the best shit. He squeezed the alien titties to get milk out of it, and he drank it, and he turned around and just stared at Ray with the milk in his beard. It was great.